Peace and love, everybody. This is AI News with AI Erik, and today we're talking about artificial intelligence. Like that ain't what we always talk about, you know what I'm saying? So once again, we're talking AI. So if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, like, and share. Please tell your friends and your family about this channel. This is where you get all the AI trends, and we give you insights on AI. And we also bring you podcasts. We just started a new podcast. We just got our brother Dwight Mooney with the first episode talking about, learn the power of credit. And we got some more coming up. But today we're talking about how teens feel about AI and how it plays a role in their lives and their future lives, So a company took a deep dive into how teens are interacting with artificial intelligence and what it means for their future, So to me, this topic doesn't get enough attention, but it does have big implications on our next generation. There's a research group called the Center for Youth, part of Project Liberty, recently conducted a major survey with over 1,000 teens across the U.S. And the reason I said that it doesn't get enough attention is because I don't believe parents really know what's going on, and I'll get to that a little further down. So they wanted to do a research to understand how teenagers are using AI and, more importantly, how they felt about it. So the findings are definitely eye-opening because I honestly would have not even thought they would have cared one way or the other, to be honest with you. So it turns out that they are paying attention and they're worried, as they should be, So let's start with the numbers. According to the survey, around 47% of the teens are using AI, like ChatGPT, Midjourney, several times a week or more. And they're mainly using AI for homework, entertainment, translations. But this is what's really bugged out. They're using AI for questions that they wouldn't feel comfortable asking an adult. And I don't think you call an adult, are you asking an adult something before you ask your parents? So to me, that means they're actually going to ask AI something before they go to their parents. So that, to me, that means not asking their parents. That's why I say their parents got to really start figuring out what's going on, because you don't want your kids going to no chatbot created by you don't know who, data inputted, how you don't know how it got trained, and now you got your kids' futures relying on these chatbots or these AI. So you definitely got to get a grip on that. You don't want that. You know what I'm saying? So think about that. Teens relying on AI, not just for schoolwork, but for guidance on personal topics that they should be talking to their parents, uncles, aunts, cousins, or whoever's kind of running the show. You know what I'm saying? So, but like I said, I don't believe the parents are really fully aware how much these kids are actually relying on these tools. You know what I'm saying? You would hope that your child will come to you for important things that, they would supposed to come to their parent about, and not go to no chatbot like ChatGPT, Claude, or Copilot. That's concerning if your kid is going to these AI chatbots for personal things that they should be, particularly things that's going to give them guidance down the road. You know what I'm saying? So what's interesting, though, is that while teens are embracing these tools, they do worry about what it means for their future. They feel that, and they've talked about it, So the Center for Youth surveys and others like Common Sense Media shows that teens feel uncertain about what their futures are going to look like, particularly in, when they get to adulthood and in an AI-powered world. Like, what's their world going to look like? This is the first generation that will know both the pros and cons of growing up alongside AI, And that's not an easy place to be, because the world they've learned about is basically the world that we've always lived in. And they about to be living in something totally different. We're going to get a little taste of it, I guess us older people, on our way out of here, but they're growing into it. You know what I'm saying? So the Center of Youth and AI survey shows that teens are very aware of the risk also. 80% of them feel that AI risk is one of the top issues the government should be worried about and should regulate. They feel like it's up there with social inequality and climate change. So think about that. Let that sink in. Climate change is deep, even though Trump don't feel like it is. Teens are usually seen as, at least the teens that are early adopters of tech, they're the ones actually asking for serious safeguards and oversight. And that's good because they know what's going on. They know what an algorithm is, what models is, how algorithms can be trained and things like that. So, but what you think they worried about? They worried about misinformation. They worried about deepfakes, not knowing if what they see online is real or AI generated. They're worried about policy, privacy violations, mass surveillance. Teens today, they already know and they're already aware of their privacy rights, and they want to know how is their data going to be used? You know what I'm saying? So then they worried about job loss. Many teens wonder if there's going to even be any jobs for them as automation and AI grows, particularly AGI, because once AGI come into the picture, oh man, when you start listening to what these things going to be able to do, man, you wondered, why would you need jobs if this can do everything? And that's what they are aiming for this to do everything. So what's really profound is they're worried about the human touch. And that's awesome. Do you know what I'm saying? That teens are worried about this when you would think they worried about gaming and things like that. And I'm starting to I have to really redirect my thinking on how these teens are thinking, because they're actually more awoke than what I thought. You know what I'm saying? So as AI gets more powerful, some teens fear that we could lose what makes us human. And one teen put it perfectly. He was like, I don't want to live in a world where we're not needed anymore. And that's a powerful statement, so, but it's not just fear for themselves, it's fear for society as a whole. And they've seen what social media did to the generation right before them as far as self-esteem, mental health, and even the way people connect with each other up until now. You know what I'm saying? So they're asking, could AI do the same? Could it get worse for them, for the generation after them? They have concerns, you know what I'm saying? And there's a tragic example that highlights these concerns. And I actually did a video on it. There's a young 14-year-old young kid named Seawell Selsa III that became very attached to a chatbot. And Targaryen, the Targaryen girl from the Game of Thrones, he had that chatbot as an emotional support and for guidance, and sadly, it ultimately cost him his life. And to me, I think character AI, who actually is the maker of that AI character, the mother's actually suing them also. They, to me, should have been had guidelines in place or some sort of where the parent can get warned or a live person can get warned or something, man. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, unfortunately, this attachment to this character AI, not even a robot, we're talking a chatbot, you know what I'm saying, led to his life. So it's definitely a heartbreaking story. It shows you about the potential that this can have on mental health, as far as with these teens and everybody, to be honest with you, because they're going after everybody, man. Teens, they have a survey that they just did where, and I'm going to do a video on that. I think it's like 1 or 2 out of 5. I think it's 2 out of 5 Americans are reaching out to artificial intelligence fake characters for love and support. And that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So one thing I do like about the teens right now, like I said, they're calling for more regulations on AI. They want more laws that surround privacy and guidelines that prevent also from AI taking over human-centered jobs. They know that the stakes are high. I don't believe that they even care about what these kids think. And I feel that I hope the adults get them into tech so they can be a part of what goes on and how things go. And I don't know how politics are going to play a role in this and how much they're going to be involved where they can really, say, for instance, be on these teens' side a little bit. Like, I don't know how this is going to all work out, man, because right now it's just crazy and it's all up in the air. You look at these regulations that the government have, but you don't see no jail time and nothing that comes with it. You know what I'm saying? So I know I'm skeptical about, these leaders really even caring, like I said. So the real question is, will the lawmakers listen? So as we move forward with this technology, we definitely can learn a lot from these young voices. And we do know that the teens are using AI and they're excited about its potential. But like I said, they're calling for caution and they want to ensure that as AI evolves, we don't lose sight of our own humanity, So let me know what you think in the comments. Leave your thoughts below. Once again, if you haven't already, please subscribe, like, and share. You can check out my website, aierik.com. Peace and love. This is AI News with AI Erik.
AI News with AI Erik.